So hey, I am super excited. Thanks for catching this replay. If you're catching the replay, and I just wanted to make this video real quick, not to take up too much of your time. But this past weekend, I went to Ask Live 2018, Ryan Levesque event, the Ask Method event, and it was fantastic. So I wanted to just share a really big takeaway from me. If you're like me, you have a lot of goals, ideas, and you have a lot of stuff that you want to do, that you want to accomplish, and sometimes it gets super overwhelming. Again, this is the type of person I am. You may have other ideas, which I would appreciate any comments or feedback or ideas that you have. Leave them in the comment box, or in the feed down below. But if you're like me, you get overwhelmed, information overwhelmed, shiny object syndrome. And I think that a lot of people, as I observe, are like this. Even some of the most successful people, I networked with a lot of people, and this is a very common theme among a group of people, that they just get information overload. They're looking at the results, trying to get the results, and not getting the results that they're looking at. But it's the process, and in the process is where the magic happens. So this video is going to be short. So bottom line, don't look at the results so much. You believe it or not, you're going to make incremental improvements in what you're doing as you focus on the process. Now, a lot of things, there's a lot of magic in the process, because in the process is where you're breaking down and you're creating the small little goals and the actions. Now, the process is probably where a lot of people do get caught up, but it's the act of, in the mind, thinking about the results so much that keep you stagnant or not moving. So in the process, you want to just basically start with the most easiest, most simple task at hand. And you want to be celebrating these small wins as you go along. So focus on what it is, that the first little thing that you can do, and it could be just waking up early in the morning and focusing on gratitude. That could be a process in changing. For me, it was mindset. So it was my mindset clearly that was blocking me from the little technical task, because I was getting overwhelmed from all these things. But if you just focus on specific little small things, and I know I'm repeating this because it really needs to be drilled down to the most basic thing. There's something that I learned this weekend through Ryan, and which is prevalent on the internet as it relates to entrepreneurs. A lot of people are using Kaizen, and there's actually a book about it. And I'm going to have to go back and look at thinking small. Thinking big is important. You do want a snapshot of that. You do want to kind of forecast and have the vision, but spending too much time there and thinking about it every day as to kind of, hey, I'm doing it because of this, this is my big why. I understand that the why is foundation, but the process, again, is where the magic happens. So start off with going through on a notebook and just writing down all your ideas, kind of data dump all of those data, all that information, all those ideas down on a piece of paper, and start there. There's a lot of things that you want to do. Partnering up with people that can help you get there can be one of those things that help you stay organized. So get around people that really are good process people, that kind of are inspiration, and ask questions as to, what specifically did you do during these times that can maybe help you get perspective. So the process is key. Don't focus on the results. Start off small, think small as you go along. And it's the small little wins that are going to lead up to the bigger wins. Don't cut yourself short. I definitely suffer from a scattered brain. I procrastinate, and it's been years, and I've been hard on myself. I've got a spiritual battle thing that I deal with, and so there's a lot of friction within my mind that kind of convolute or water down the hope for me. And I believe that awesome things are happening for me. I do believe that I'm a great person. I do believe that I am blessed. And it's a process to get up to that confidence level, to get there. So my small wins have allowed me to be more confident over the years. Just since this past March, I've had great growth in my mindset. And I've noticed that I've actually, without even thinking about it, been focusing on a lot of the smaller things, which have helped me. So going to this event, Ask Live 2018, really hit home for me, especially meeting and networking and hearing other people's stories. So I want to see your process. I want to hear about your small little wins. I want to hear about your gains. I want to hear about you just wiping your slate clean and just focusing on the small little things within the process of just calendaring things, having one conversation at a time with a person. I want to hear about your stories. I want to hear about what you're doing and just celebrate that with you. So let me know what micro commitment, what you plan on doing. Leave it in the comment section below. And what's one thing that you know that you need to do that you've been putting off that's small that allow you to take the steps to the bigger picture, and just focus on the small little steps every single day. I'd like to hear about your next step in what you're doing. So for me, last thing, because you got to go and I got to go, is I organized a funnel system to have a product to reach people, tell people about it. So that's something that I'm starting to do. Ryan had some playing cards, a deck of cards. They look like playing cards, but in that it had some pillars based upon the Ask Method system, and it allows you to break down how you're going to reach and how you're going to market and how you're going to communicate to these folks. And that's just a rough guide. There's still technical things to it, but by having these cards, laying them down, looking at them, I was able to look at the big picture. But it was the process of doing that that helped me start to see the results. I hope that makes sense. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. My name is Jimmy, aka Jimmypreneur, and this message was just to let you know, don't focus on the results, focus on the process. Peace out. God bless.